And it is time for our second guest of our AFCON specials. And this time we are delighted to interview Sheriff Suma. Born in October 1986 in Freetown, Sierra Leone, he would go on to earn 36 caps for his country, captaining them and playing for a host of clubs all across Europe, as well as now being in the United States. We firstly want to say thank you for joining us. Sheriff, how are you?
Thank you very much. I'm doing fine. I'm doing great. How are you guys doing?
Really good. Thank you. Tommy, how are you?
I'm doing great. And the Sheriff, our podcast is known to bring bad luck to every person that we interview. We are very sorry about Sierra Leone. Minutes before we would start this interview, Sierra Leone
I know.
Missed the penalty, red card. What happened in this
game?
Red
card, penalty, missing penalties and red card. I don't know.
What happened there? Did you expect a different result?
Yeah, like the first two games I was expecting like we playing defensive, like hold them back and then go on the counters. But this game today, I was telling my friend earlier that it's a 50-50 game. It's an open game for us. Like this it's our time to get the 3 point. But seeing them going back to defend, it's like I was thinking, what's going on? I was still playing the same strategy, like sitting back and no. I supposedly thinking that we are going all forward, throw this ball up there to Kai. Kai is a big man with the head, and we have Kamara behind him. So that was thinking, but seeing them playing back was surprising to me.
Because until today, Sierra Leone actually played pretty well, and we were very impressed by especially one of the players, the goalkeeper, Kamara.
Yeah. I was surprised to see him there too. He's a young kid, been doing good in the league back home. I heard about him and saw some of his games back home. I say he's pretty good because I remember former goalkeeper Christian Coker was talking about him. He said he's a good goalie. He's a young kid. He's coming up. And I saw him in the Nations Cup. I was like, wow, he surprised me. He's like saving penalties and coming out like Neuer for Bayern Munich in Germany, like the wall. So it's pretty good. Thank you.
But he plays for East End Lions, right?
Sierra
Leone. And they're one of like the bigger teams in Sierra Leone.
Sierra Leone, yeah.
Do they produce a lot of good players? And are people surprised at how well he's done this tournament?
Eastern Lions, is one of the biggest clubs in Sierra Leone, and they have lots of good players in the league. Over the years, they have lots of players that have been coming out from them, and they have players who play for the national team. That I play with. My best friend is from Eastern Lions too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they have lots of good players there. Yeah.
Okay, and Kamara has been like, especially his performance in the first game against Algeria, really got him some headlines. And lots of people have been saying that he could get a bigger move to Europe. Do you think this is going to be an opportunity for him to get that big move and for other players in the squad?
Yes. Because playing those tournaments, it's an open door for lots of players that play home.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when we played when we were playing the Under-17 World Cup in Finland. I have a coach who told me, "So just go there, just play your game, and then come back home, and then you see what happens." And that's how I get my breakthrough. So I believe that most of these players that play home base, the home base players that play this Nations Cup, this is a very, very big opportunity for them to come out, especially the goalie.
And besides Sierra Leone, that now, unfortunately, once again, we're sorry, are out of the tournament, what do you think of this edition of the Africa Cup of Nations? Who do you think are the favorites? And have you been watching it, following? You're in the US right now. So we may have the time difference maybe
the time difference, because this is a good time for me to watch this game because I go to coach around 3. So this is a good time for me to watch. I watch mostly all of the games. And I can say Ivory Coast is one of my favorite. And Senegal, even though they don't score a lot of goals, Sadio don't score, but they are really playing really good. Those are the two teams that I think they are really catch my eyes.
What about Nigeria? Do you think they can go far? They are the only team so far to have won all 3 matches in the group stage.
Yeah, Nigeria, they are good, but not like the Nigerians I used to know. long time ago. No,
Well,
they're okay. They're okay. I can say they're okay. Yeah, there's okay. It's an okay team for right now. Even though they won all their games. The way Ivory Coast played today and the way they play against us, it's just that we came back. Never give up, and we came back. We equalized, but they really playing really good soccer. Yeah.
Well, they've had some really great generations in the past, obviously, but I feel like this generation with Simon, and they don't even have Osimhen and Emmanuel Dennis, and they're still playing really well. I think they could have an opportunity. But what's been your favourite moments of the tournament so far, or what game in particular have you enjoyed the most? Maybe a Sierra Leone game.
Even though we are out, but the Ivory Coast game was one of the best game I've seen, because I was going outside, like I was going up, I was almost turning the TV off. I said, it's done. And then all of a sudden, I just turned again. I saw goal. I said, what's going on here? Yeah, that was a really good game. And there's another game too. The game was it the Equatorial Guinea team too, playing against Nigeria, was a very good game. Like that was I saw the striker, the guy, the TJ guy. I said, danger guy. This guy's a danger man, because the way he was running down the line, I said, this guy gonna be a really hard work for us, for our defense. And they proved me wrong. Then they did good. Yeah.
So, Sheriff, we would like to go back a little bit and talk about your career as well, which has been, you've traveled the world thanks to football.
Yeah.
So from the information that we found on the internet, it says that you started playing street football, actually. So what did football mean for you when you were growing up? Also because you grew up during a very trying time for Sierra Leone. So what was it like to play football on the street, and what did football mean for you as a child?
Yeah, and again, I just want to say thanks to football again, because if not football, I will not be here today. But going back home, it was really hard at those times, And watching those big guys playing on the street, I just sit down there. One day, one of our friends said, "You want to play with us?" The big boys, I said, "Nah." He said, "Just come there, just stand at the back and just stand there." I said, "Okay." I just stand there. They gave me the ball. I don't know if it was luck or something. I dribbled, everybody has scored. I said, okay, that was now. It was just luck. You are small, it will not kick you. I do it again. So one of the big guys said, no, this time no. We have to do something. But my mom never allowed me to play soccer. Like he said, hey, go inside and study. But I would just wait for her to go outside, and then I step back outside and then play. But soccer has been my peace. Like someplace I can go, it's a peace place for me. Someplace I can have fun. My mood changes. Playing soccer, I don't think that much about a lot of things when I'm playing soccer.
That's beautiful. So were you like instantly much better than the people around you? Like, did you become known in your neighborhood for being the guy who's good at football?
Yes. I become known. So when we play street against street, so sometimes I'm always late. Like most of the time I'm late because I have to be home. My mom is there. I have to wait. So when my friends like calling me, they don't call my name. They have a stone. They have to stone something. Like, hey, guys, let's go. Like, okay. I'll tell my mom I'm going outside to get water. I never come back.
Right.
That's when I play. Yeah. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. So that's how I know. Until I met one guy say, "You are really good. You are really good. Keep playing." And even my school, when I went to my primary school, school team. That's why I stopped to pay school fees, because of me playing very good for the school. So they said, "We're gonna pay you back without you paying school fees."
Okay.
So at that point, I'm sure your mom started.
Yeah, my mom said, "Okay, you know what?"
She started changing her mind. You know what? All those things I told you about football, actually keep playing, please.
Yeah.
So, Sheriff, then we can say that your professional footballing career didn't actually start in Sierra Leone, but it was in the Gambia. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
So what happened there? Because you met one of probably the best Sierra Leonese player of all time.
Yeah, after the war, we are the ones who came out from the war and went to Guinea and then in Gambia. So after losing my mom in 99, that was, I can say, was the worst moment in my life because I wanted her to see in the future I was growing up to play soccer. I know if she was alive today, she would have been a really proud mom. Even though she used to beat me a lot, but people like, I know. But I played there. And then I met with Mohamed Kaloni that asked me, do you want to play for my team back home? In my mind, I was thinking, no, I can't. I can't go back because the war, it's always in my mind. He said, no, there's no war. It's fine now. So I told him I'd have nobody there. So if you're going to take me back, I have to be really secure that I'm going back home, that I'd have nothing there, no family, nobody. And he said, yeah, you can stay in my house. So he gave me his word. I went back and then I played. I scored that was the second highest goal scorer in the league that time.
Yeah.
So that was good. That was really good. Yeah.
And what kind of feeling was it for you to meet Mohamed Kalon and go play? And I think this is amazing. I didn't know it, but his football team is called FC Kalon, which is amazing.
Yeah. Okay. This story with FC Kalon is like this. So we started FC Kalon.
Okay.
Without even Kalon know about this team.
Okay.
Because we knew it's coming to Gambia all the time, so we formed the club so it can sponsor us whilst we are playing. Not knowing that we have a big goal for the Kalon name. So when he came there one time, we won the league. He gave us $200. I remember $200 was big for us. Like, okay, I didn't even know him at that time. I didn't know. So everybody was, this is Kalon. I said, who's Kalon, man? So you don't know? I said, no, I don't watch soccer. Why do I watch? I don't watch soccer. I don't have this time. Today is the biggest player in Sierra Leone. So that's nice. So after the game, because they played against my team I was playing for in Gambia, so we beat them like 10-0. So it was so mad going back home. And then he asked one boy to talk to me. Say, I like this kid. Who is this? So talk to him for me. So they told me to come to his house. Went to his house. Said, I like you. I want you to play. Come practice with me. And then if you can play soccer, I can take you back to Sierra Leone. When he says Sierra Leone, I say, I don't know about Sierra Leone, but I'll play with you. But going back, I don't know. So he said, hey, I'm leaving today. You want to come or stay? You decide now. I'm leaving now. I don't have time to. I said, okay, let's go. Yeah, I have nothing to lose. I said, let's go.
I like that. Like, giving you an ultimatum. Like, go or stay. You choose.
Yeah, you want to stay, you choose. I'm leaving now. So you tell me.
So how, obviously Kalon is like the biggest name in Sierra Leonean football, right? The greatest player. Tommy will be aware of him, of course, as he played for Inter.
Off mic, I really appreciated that Sheriff said Inter are good. And I remember Kalon.
Inter was good.
Yeah, I remember Kalon. He was recently, I think last year, he was at the stadium in San Siro. He was awarded, I think he entered Inter's Hall of Fame, if I'm not mistaken.
He did.
Yeah. But so how did sorry, Rory, keep going.
No, so how important a figure is he within Sierra Leone? And is he like, because if you've got a team named after him, I imagine he's like this big figure. Like, do people still look at him as like this big role model within the country?
Yes. He's one of, I can say in our generation, is one of the biggest ever that I've met and then I've played with and then I've talked to. It's an honor to play with him and to meet him at that time. He's a very nice guy. He gives good advice about soccer and everything. And he hang out. One thing I've learned from him was that changed my career too, is he can party with you guys all night. And then 4 a.m. is going to run.
Wow.
All of us were sleeping, is like tiptoeing and then going outside. So one morning I said, let me go pee. I saw him like, I asked him, why? He said, shh. Come with me, come, let's go. Went to the beach, he was running. I was so tired, he was going back and forth. I said to myself, I want to be like this guy, man. He's so fit. In the national team, watching him play, at that time I was not playing for the national team. He's so confident, he's never get tired. So I said in the back of my head, this guy, the thing he's doing at this time in the morning while people are sleeping, I think I can do that too. So I started doing that all the time. I started doing that like in the morning. I don't wake up 4 a.m., but 6 a.m. I will be up, running to the beach all the time. So when they came and asked us to play for the U17, I was not worried because I know I have the skills. I just need the fitness. So working at the beach at that time and playing for the under 17 was so easy for me. It was so easy.
And this was like a big moment in your career, right? The under-17 World Cup.
Under 17
that was like.
Yeah.
So where was that tournament based? What happened in the tournament? How did it have such a big effect on you?
Yeah. At first, because after the war, after everything started coming back, we qualified. But the qualifying was the hard part, and I played nearly all the games. All the games I played until we qualified. And they told me I cannot come to them to Switzerland because I've stayed in Gambia. So they was thinking I was Gambian.
Oh.
Yeah. So they went there, they played. Everybody in back home, they were saying, man, we miss Suma, man. You're supposed to take Suma. Well, I was not thinking about what they were saying. I was just saying, I just hope they qualify. Because I know if they qualify, I'll go with them.
Okay.
Which we did. I think we beat Nigeria. And then we lose the final to Cameroon. So when they came back, they have to take 2 players. And the coach said, Suma, I need in this team. So I joined the team again, went to Finland, played my game against Spain. I do all the assists to Sami. And then after the minister at that time, the sport minister came down and said, hey, if you were with us back in the Nations Cup, we shall win that cup. Because the way you play, your style is so different.
Wow.
And that's beautiful.
Yeah.
But I wanted to ask you, so you grew up in Sierra Leone, then there was the war, then you went to the Gambia, then there were all these things, and then all of a sudden you catch a plane and you travel all the way to Finland. So for a teenager at the time, how did it feel like to represent your home country so far away from home? I mean, even for me and Rory, Finland sounds like a pretty exotic place. I mean, just kind of up there, kind of forgotten by everybody. How did it feel for you?
At that time, playing at that time, at that age, I didn't think about anything. I was just having fun. For me, it was just fun. I don't think like this is a big moment. No, I was just think, I'm coming here to play. People back home gonna see me playing on TV. That's what I'm thinking. They're gonna see me back home. It's me on TV. Okay, thank you very much. You guys see me. Thank you. That's it. Other than that, I wasn't thinking anything. Playing against Fabregas at that time, I was not thinking or see them as a big player or something. I just having fun. That's
incredible. That's incredible. Yeah. So which players did you play against in the tournament that you thought, were there any players that you thought they're going to be great, or you saw them since and were like, oh, I played against him? Who were the big players?
Yeah, playing against Spain was the best team at that time, but I didn't know them back then at that time, playing in these big teams like Real or Barca. They have lots of players. They have what's his name, Fabregas. They have I think I don't remember the other guy's name, but if I see them, I know them. I played against them, yeah. And I played against Freddie Ado for the US. He was the fastest player in the tournament. So that's most of the players that I know. And then some African players too that I know, Obi Mikel and other players.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Yeah. So playing against them was nothing for me. We're the same age group. I don't care. I'll just have fun and go home.
Nice. Yeah. And then your club career eventually takes you to Scandinavia as well, right? So first you moved to Sweden, is that correct?
Yes, Sweden. Yes, that's Sweden, yeah.
And how did that move come around? And how big a culture shock was it coming from Africa to Scandinavia, right? How big a culture shock was that, and how did the move happen?
Well,
the temperature shock, man. It's a little colder up there than it is in Sierra Leone.
Back home, everybody was telling me, why did you come back? 17 of the players, they all ran away. They never come back home. So why? So my friends why did you come back? This was your opportunity. I said, no, my opportunity is to play soccer. It's just to play the game. I believe this game. I don't go there to run away. It was never in my mind to run away. I'm happy for these guys to run away to make their life better today, but for me, no, it's all about me playing football. That's my fun, my joy, and everything. So I lost a lot of friends at that time. Some people never talk to me anymore. Say, you are crazy, man. You're not serious. 2004, I met this guy, Chegno Musa. He was talking to me one day saying, there's a club who wants you in Sweden. But at that time, I didn't have a cell phone. I didn't have a cell phone at that time. So the only way to meet him was to go there where he lives and talk to him. So I have to run there or every morning to jog over there and ask him what's going on. He will tell me like, in 2 weeks' time, we have a call or come back here in 2 weeks' time. So, okay. Go to the beach, practice. I have to run back there after 2 weeks. Hey, what's going on? Do you have a passport? Yes, I do have a passport. Do you have everything? Give me your passport and leave everything with him. One morning, he just came to my house. He came to my house that day. You are leaving today. I said, where? You're going to Europe. So I sat down just sit down for some time thinking. I'm going to a place that I don't have no family. I don't know anybody. And I don't speak even the language. But then I've been thinking things like not take everything personal in my life, like just have fun. Because I've seen my friends back then in the war died and everything. So me living my life was just living it the best as I can. So I went there in September, which was good at that time. November, December was not the best year in my life. I will ask the coach because I played a friendly game for them. I scored 3 goals. The first half, I came inside like I cannot even talk. I cannot feel anything. Sitting down there, hoping the coach will say, Suma, you're out. He took out some players. You guys can rest. I said, what's going on here? And then he said, Suma, you're going back inside. I already make up my mind. I said, no, it's 2 things. Either take me out or I go back home. So everybody went back to the field. I was still sitting down there. They will look at me like they're ready for the game. And the coach sent somebody. He said, go call Suma. And the doctor came in and said, Suma, they're waiting for us. I said, Doc, I don't know if you understand me, but I'm not going to play. I want to go back home. She went out laughing. She was thinking I was joking. The coach came back. He said, what did you say? I said, I want to go back to Africa, please. Tell the doctor, hey, take him home, let him sleep. I didn't even take shower that day. I didn't take shower, no shower. I didn't take my shoes off. I just slept like that. In the morning when I feel much better, I cut them. I just cut the lace, take my shoes off and go to the shower and shower. The coach was laughing all week long. Say, what just happened yesterday? I said, I couldn't feel my feet. I cannot be. How can I play? So that was the best moment for me.
That's a big cultural shock. But then in Sweden, if I'm not mistaken, you went all the way to reach the cup final, correct?
Yes. That was my first year playing with them, but the coach believed me. I think when he saw me playing the FIFA World Cup, he saw the skills that I have as well. I will help their team. But at that time, I don't have the strength like playing this transition from Africa soccer strength and the European strength. I don't have that experience with them yet. So that was something that I grew up in the coming years playing there to have the adapt in that kind of system. But my skills was always there, but I just need strength. So I started working out at the gym. Running wise, I can run all day, but just need some muscles, And I started eating a lot, changed my diet and work out at the gym. And then we qualified for the first time playing with them, and then we played the Europa Liga. Yeah, that was something big at that time, not now. Like now, social media is more advanced. At that time, it was something big there for me. Playing in Europa, even though we lose to Grasshopper, they were really good.
It was the UEFA Cup still,
UEFA Cup, we played Grasshopper. Some other clubs, we're supposed to. We played some big teams that I remembered. That was a really good experience for me.
Beautiful. And sorry, go on, Tommy.
No, you can go. Go for it.
So after Sweden, you kind of spend a bit of time around Scandinavia. There's a few clubs that you play for. What were the biggest differences in the culture of football between those countries? Did you find there was like a lot of adjustments you had to make, or did you feel once you got to European football, you kind of felt more comfortable and you could adjust?
No, I was playing around Scandinavia country was the same. The culture was almost the same, so I not need to adjust a lot of things. But moving out of Scandinavia that was a big trial for me. Playing in Cyprus and Azerbaijan and Turkey. Turkey was the best place. Everything changed because everything just flows at that time. Like it's more fitness and more playing. My style of playing, but more fitness. So I love it there a lot, especially the food was really nice. And the fans were great. Awesome fans. You win, they love you. They lose, please don't go outside. Stay home.
Well, I really like how you moved down to like Southern Europe. You're like, okay, Cyprus, Turkey, Azerbaijan. This is a bit better. I can wear a t-shirt. It's a bit more comfortable, right? Beautiful. So, okay, Turkey's like such a fascinating country, especially football-wise. Like you said, the fans are really passionate. How did you find like the atmosphere compared to like where you'd played before? Was it much more intense? Like, was it something you enjoyed, or was it a bit too much at first?
No, I enjoyed because of the fans, more of the fans. Like I used to play back home, a lot of fans. So playing in Turkey, the fans like crazy outside. I'm sitting out in the bus like, wow, this is football. This is what I call football. Coming there like they're shouting your name, you have to play. I like this kind of stuff. If I go and play, like when they have the COVID that back in Sweden, in England, watching the Premier League, no fans. It's like practice. What's going on? I like somebody who watching the game. I like when people watching me playing. It makes me more motivated, especially the fans. You don't want to lose in front of your fans.
I was watching an interview the other day with a former NBA player. I don't remember his name, who played in Turkey, and he was telling a story about flares inside the basketball arena. Like, these guys are insane, and they were throwing flares onto the court, onto a basketball court. So imagine, I mean, whenever we talk about a game that is going to be played in Turkey, we're just like, we don't know how this game is going to unfold because the fans make the atmosphere so special.
Yeah, the fans make everything different, especially when they're calling your name. Like in Turkey, they have a system like they call you, if you're the best, one of the best players, they will shout your name. You come there, you give them motivation. Let's go. Like in the Turkey, I have to learn that in Turkish, which was so crazy. Like every day they laugh at me. They say, Suma, say the word. I say, I don't know. I remember. Yeah.
Beautiful. And when you played in Cyprus for, now I want to get this right, Elmis Aradipu, I think that's how you say it.
Aradipu,
right?
yes. Elmis Aradipu, yeah.
You won the second division in Cyprus, is that correct? How was that season? Was it like, so obviously you got to the cup final in Sweden, but winning the second division in Cyprus, was that like one of the highlights of your career? How did it feel that season?
It feels really good because Cyprus soccer is different. It's like, it's an African soccer, yeah. You win. The president loves you, gives you anything you want. He asks for him. You say you want something, here, go do it. But if you lose, please don't come to me, don't call me, go to practice and go home. So winning the second division for that guy was a big challenge because I went to Cyprus, as I remember, to play for a first division team that they didn't even give me the time to practice with them. I practiced like 2 days with them and then that was it. I don't know the agreement I have with my manager at that time. So after that, I stopped. I canceled my contract with him. And I stayed in Cyprus for some time, practicing with other clubs. Then I met this guy who saw me and said, listen, nobody believes you right now in Cyprus. I saw you play like once, twice. I've seen you playing. I'm going to give you a chance to play in my team. Even the coach, when he saw me, the coach said, no, we don't want him. He said, no, coach. Give him tryout and see. Mm-hmm. So they gave me one. I scored 2 goals because it's not enough. So the manager said you have to play again. The coach said he's not impressed. I said, okay. What do you want to score 5 goals? Just keep playing your game. I said we'll play one big team, Omonia, as I remembered. I dribble everybody. I cut back and we have a PK. And I think that's when I have the contract after that. Went to the president. He said, this player I was telling you about. He said, okay, there's a contract, there's your signing on fee, that's your house key, that's your car. Sign in and go ready for practice. I said, that's it? He said, that's it. No checkup, no man. He said, we know you're fit. We know you're okay, so just go play. And then I meet some other African players there that want to play. The second division team is really hard. And then we qualified, and we won the cup. That was crazy. It was really crazy.
How many times throughout your career did you stop for a second and look back at where you started playing football and how your life had changed?
That's a good question, because there was one time as I grew matured in this game and in my life too. I think that was going back to Sweden. I went after playing in Turkey and everything, because they have an economy problem there with my team. So I went back to Sweden. At that time, everybody knew me in Sweden. Like, that was so big. So when they heard that I'm coming back to Sweden, all the teams like put in interest. They want you to come play with us. No tryout, no nothing. Just come sign. So I sit down one day. I was talking to my friend, and he told me, "Hey, remember like 2002? What you said to yourself?" I said, "Yeah, I do remember. I'll never forget that, because back home, when I was back home, I was sitting down one day. I said to myself, I need to make it. I need to make it in soccer. That's the only thing. Because here back home, no job. I don't see myself working for anybody back home. That's no job. There's nothing that can make me be happy. So I said to myself, I told my friend, hey, I'm going to be the best player in this country. And they were laughing at me. I said, you talk too much. So when they called me first for the national team, my first call up was like 2006, I can remember. Yeah, play with the big players at that time, Calon, and at that time, Calon have a friend called Lamin Conte. He's the biggest of all the time back home in Sierra Leone. I don't even know his name at that time. They said he's the biggest player. I said, okay, what's your name, sir? He said, you don't know me? I said, no. He said, okay, you will know me soon. So when we now coming to the stadium, I came out, nobody said anything. Some other players came out. But when he came out, like, the whole stadium stand up. Like, this is football. I'm like, okay. I asked somebody else, who is he? They said, just go play. You'll see.
Yeah. Damn. Man, I wish our listeners could look at me and Rory's faces right now. Rory's just like sitting on his
I'm just listening.
Like,
I'm just listening.
Please keep telling me the story because it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
But about the national team, what are your best memories of representing Sierra Leone? You said before how attached you were to your roots, the fact that you came back and everybody called you a fool for going back. How did it feel to wear the Sierra Leone jersey and represent the team on the football pitch? What are your best memories?
My best memories is like playing playing with Mohamed Kalon. You know, he can see the game before even the game starts. That's the best thing for these players. Like, they already see the game, what's going to happen. So they say, Suma, you are young, you are fresh, you got injured. Pass if you can pass. If you can't pass it, do your thing. Just have fun. Like, you used to play for the under 17. I said, really? I can do everything? He said, do everything you want to. But if you lose it, go get it back. I said, okay, thank you, sir. Because I like to dribble. I would dribble everybody. I would dribble. I always say, Suma, please pass the ball now, please. Yeah, I was young at that time, so I don't have anything to lose. So I'm playing against one of these best players. I didn't pass him the ball twice. So he called me, said, come. And I said, yeah, what is it? He said, I come twice, you didn't pass me the ball. I said, somebody's behind you. Say, hey, give me the ball and then run. Okay. I gave him the ball, make a run. I didn't saw what he did, but the crowd. So I said, what did he do? He said, you should have seen what he did, man. He turned that guy like, so what? After the game, he came to me and said, I like you. So even though I don't know your name, so he called me white boy. So you're a white boy for me. So you're a white boy. Yes, in that day we become friends. Every time I come to the game, he say, why is white boy? I want to be in his room. Because it reminds me of me when I was young. He can dribble and then play with Kalon in telling me what to do, guiding me in the game until I learn how to play in the bigger club and bigger with big countries like Ivory Coast, Touris and Nigeria against Kanu, play against them. It made things easy for me at that time.
Well, I saw that in a qualifier as well, you beat a Egypt side with Mohamed Salah, right? Would you say that is like one of the best results that you achieved for your country, or what is like your best match with your country, do you think?
Honestly, playing against Egypt at that time, honestly speaking, I didn't know Mohamed Salah. He played against me. He was playing on the right side, but playing left back. I didn't even know that it was Mohamed Salah at that time. Even the other guy who plays for Arsenal, the dread guy.
El Neni.
El Neni, yes. Until a few months ago, guy sent me this picture like, hey, Suma, remember these two players? I said, who are these guys? I said, that's Salah and you dribble both of them. I said, man, I don't even know these guys, man. That's the picture. You should keep that one. So at that time, I didn't know about Salah. I know their captain at that time was a very good player in Africa. I know about him. So I think he's the only player who played for the national team at that time. So Salah, they were under 23 players that just joined the team at that time. Yeah, but my best game, I believe, was against Ivory Coast. Because after the game, and Ivory Coast and Nigeria, after the game, they asked me, they say, hey, where do you play? Solomon Kalou asked me, where do you play soccer? In England? I said, no, man. I wish I can play in England. I said, I played in Sweden. He said, no, that's not true. You should play in England or in France. The way you're running down this line, it's like too crazy. And when you lose the ball coming back, losing the ball is not the thing. It's when you're coming back is what dangerous. When you're coming back to recover your position. I say, yeah, I learned that too from my club back in Sweden. You lose it, go get it.
Mm-hmm.
So those guys were big players at that time, yeah.
And your favorite goal that you've scored for the Sierra Leone national team? Off the top, maybe it's a little hard to retrieve the information right now on the off the top of your head.
If I remember correctly, I scored 2 goals. I think it's against Egypt, against Tunisia. There was a corner from the corner to the goal, but that was not too bad. It was it was against that was Equatorial Guinea. It was this island, Cape Verde.
Oh, okay. Cape Verde.
Cape Verde. Hold on a minute. Let me get something. My charger.
No worries. Maybe write it down, Roy. Around the 37:54. Man, I'm loving this.
No, it's really interesting. These kids, man.
Dude, and I would say... How old is the kid?
My son is 5.
He's 5?
He's 5. He wakes me up every morning. Dad, let's go play soccer.
Does he play football too?
Yeah, a lot. He said, hey, let's go out and play. I said, man, I need to sleep. I said, let's go.
Nice. Nice.
I think my favorite goal was against Cape Verde.
Mm-hmm.
I just came from France at that time. They were trying with Marcel, and then they said, okay, listen up. Since it was so tight to see you play for the tryout in Marcel, we are coming to watch your game in Sierra Leone, to watch my game in Sierra Leone against actually. I said, okay, that's awesome. Yeah, okay, you guys can come. Came down there. Everybody knew about this track in Marseille, so the fans were like, okay, Suma, I have a best friend. He said, Suma, don't be nervous. I said, I'm not nervous. I'm relaxed. Everybody, guys, please, can I focus on the game? Because when games start, I just laugh about things. So, yeah, why you should be like serious. I say, man, I'm not playing. I'm too fresh. Don't worry, I got this. My friend said, I believe you. I have one friend. If I say, hey, so you're gonna score today, I say. If I say no, I say no. I said today I'll score 2 goals. So I believe you. So playing the game, I was running down the line all the time when they're making crosses and everything. We were winning like 1-0, and then we have a counter attack. I played left back at that time, so I attacked. I came to the striker and he passed me the ball. I controlled it, but the ball went up over my head. So as the ball going up, my friend in front of me was saying, "Suma, lay it off." I don't know if those guys behind me had to lay back the ball back, but the ball was up at that time. I said, "No, I have to do it."
Shit!
I just do it, bam.
Bicycle kick.
My back. I was lying down. They said goal. I said goal. I was so crazy. I went up.
That's an amazing story.
Kalon get up from the bench he says, "Hey, nobody nobody in the national team have never scored this goal is scored. In the league, people score, but this goal, nobody." I was like, oh my God. After the game, went to the hotel, spoke to these guys, and but I don't know what happened after. I didn't get in touch with them again. I think they find somebody else to play in that position in Marseille. Yeah.
But that's crazy. And then
that's a crazy story, yeah.
Eventually, so after a while, you would go on to captain your country, right? So that is at that moment, that must have felt like you have fully achieved your dream, right? You've gone from growing up in horrendous circumstances, having to leave your country, you come back, and then you captain your country. Just how amazing was that first moment when you stepped onto the pitch with the armband on? How did it feel?
Yeah, it feels really special because at that time it was again a bad moment in Sierra Leone because not even Sierra Leone, in Africa, because we have is it the corona? No, not corona. It's the Ebola. We have Ebola in Sierra Leone, so we couldn't play any game in Sierra Leone. So it's all of our games we played outside of Sierra Leone. So, and then we play against Ivory Coast. Mr. Man, we play against Ivory Coast in Ivory Coast. So, coming out with outside on the pitch with Yaya Toure and everybody, standing there with him was, okay, I think I got this. We got this. And then people don't even know Sierra Leone. Ivory Coast didn't know about Sierra Leone that much. Mm-hmm. The first game, it was 1-1. At that time, Ivory Coast beat Cameroon 4-0 the following week. So we came there that weekend. They said they're going to give us 5. We said, okay, let's see. And it was 1-1. And everybody's asking, they say, who's the number 11? Who's the number 11? So come back to the Ottawa hotel. I remember, the crowd, I didn't even know these people. Everybody the number 11, the number 11. I came out, they can I have your picture, please? I was like, okay, I can do this. It's been, when I went to my room, I was like, wow. Going outside, everyone that's him. That's the guy that he can play soccer. He can play football. And that's the respect I have there in Africa Coast. And I have a lot of fans there right now. Ask him, why did you come for this Nations Cup? I said, no, I can come now. This one. Yeah, it was really good. It was really good.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yes.
And right now, Suma, you're in the United States. Just a few words on your job in Atlanta, the state of American football, and then I've got one final question to ask you before we let you go.
All right. Yeah, in the States, I came here to play 2. I was playing here for 2 years before I stopped playing. So when I moved there in Atlanta, I played for the Atlanta Silverbacks. It's a 3rd division team. Mm-hmm. So this guy, the director, is from Liberia. So I think he know me, but I've never met him before. But he know my name and everything. So I was here. I was looking for a place to stay at that time. So I said, since I'm here, let me go somewhere to practice. I couldn't come and just sit home and up. So one of my friends told me there's one team that practice at the stadium, one big stadium down. So I went there, I practiced with them. The guy saw me. So I know you. So you're the captain for Sierra? I said, yes, sir. But the coach is from Brazil. He didn't know me. So I said, okay, I'm leaving, but stay with the team and I'll call you after. Let's talk. So I was not there to talk about anything. I just, okay, that's me. I practiced with them. And then I went home. I went back to Virginia. At that time I was in Virginia. So I think the guy was looking for me. So I came back. I moved back down here, and then I went back to the same team. And the coach was like, "I was looking for you. Why?" I said, "First, I'm very sorry that I didn't spoke to you the first time you came back because I didn't know your name. I didn't know you're from Brazil. Sorry, but I didn't know that you are the captain for Sierra Leone." I say, "Yes." "Why did you tell me?" I said, "Nah, no. I don't go around and say I'm the captain." No.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. I'm the captain.
Yeah. So listen,
Captain Sheriff sounds pretty
Captain
intimidating.
Sheriff is great.
they say, "Listen, you're gonna sign." FD said to sign the contract, and you're gonna be the captain. That's the order they gave me. You sign in, and you are the captain. I said, "Why?" I didn't say I'm not a player or not. I said, "Well, FD said you're gonna play. You have to play."
Mm-hmm.
I said, "Okay, I'll play. Since I live there, I'll play." So I play with them. We play some games, but the way they were playing it in football in America is not the same in Europe. Europe is really fast and quick thinking. Yeah, it's slower and then more athletic. They run a lot, but the game is too slow. So when we were practicing and sometimes playing, I say, "Guys, what are you doing? What is this?" Some players say, "We are playing soccer." I said, "This. I don't. No, please, no. Guys, don't stop doing this." So the coach now, whenever I practice, I say, "Suma, is this good?" So, "You are the coach, but I don't think this is good. But you are the coach. I don't want to take your job." All the time we have a game, he asks me what to do. So sometimes I tell him, "Hey, we have a good player. We have a good forward who can run a lot because they play all the time long balls. I don't like playing long balls. No. Play down and play on his feet. He's fast."
Mm-hmm.
So we won the league, and then I had a stroke in my brain. I was playing a game one day and won the game 4-1. So I was coming home from the game, we just packed the bus. I was going to my car. So I felt my head. I thought it was just normal headache. So I told my first time, "I feel my head hurts." So, "Well, just drink water." I said, "I'm drinking 10 bottles of water right now." But whilst I was talking to him, I don't remember what happened next. I just woke up in the hospital. So the doctor said, "Hey, you had a stroke." I said, "What? How?" They say, "Well, that's a shock to me too. Because you are fit, you are strong, and then stroke. Why do you get this stroke?" I said, "I don't know. I've never had injury playing soccer."
Mm.
So he said, "Well, right now rest for some time, and then if you want to play back, you play." So I think I rested a little bit. I started playing again. And then in practice, going to practice, the same thing happened again. The same place. But that time now I knew what was. I knew that. I told my friend, the same thing that happened to me last year is going to happen again. So they called ambulance that time fast. Took me to the nearest hospital and then flew me out. And the guy said, "Listen, I know you love soccer, but if you want to die, keep playing."
So that prompted you to then make the final switch to become a football manager, yeah?
Yeah. So, "Hey, if I know you love this game because I know you African people, you love this game. And then, but for your health and your kids and your family, you should stop. I think you should stop. You can be part of soccer, but don't play anymore."
Man, that's an incredible story. We didn't know anything about it, and we're glad you're doing okay now. So even when
it's good to see you doing well.
Just take care of yourself.
Yeah, it was tough though. It was tough. I was sitting home one day. I was thinking, but my friends told me, "Hey, Suma, what do you want? What do you want to achieve? What do you want to achieve? What? Be the captain for what? For America, or be what? Win World Cup?" You played everything. You've done everything. I'm your friend. If you would like to listen to my advice, don't stop, man. Stop. Let's stop. We are getting old now. Let the young boys play. Yeah, that's why I stopped playing. But giving advice to young players to back home that want to come to Europe, advice they want to do, just enjoy it. Nothing to stress about. When it's your time, it's your time. Nothing changes it. And then because I moved there, I played for the local team. So the manager said, listen up, you've done a really good job for me. I've never won this league. You won it for me one time. I'll make you a coach for the academy. So that's a big academy here called Rush.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very big academy. Even they have in Europe, so I've been coaching them now for 3 years now since I've moved there. Yeah, so that's I'm still in the game.
Beautiful, man.
Yeah.
And you crossed you've been everywhere. Africa, Europe, a bit of Asia, a little bit Azerbaijan, and then now the United States.
I know. Sometimes people ask me, do you want to travel? I said, to where?
Australia. I think Australia and South America.
Let's go to Dubai. I said, I've been there. Let's go to France. I think I've been there many times. Can we go somewhere you have not been here before? Maybe the Caribbean islands on this side. Yeah, maybe that's my new trip. This island on this side.
There's definitely worse places to go than the Caribbean, I think. But, beautiful, Sheriff. That's been absolutely fascinating. Thank you for coming on. Just before we let you go, we have a few questions that we ask our guests.
All right.
So firstly, who is the best player that you ever played with?
With the best player I ever played with, it's I can say it's Mohamed Kalon.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Mohamed Kalon is one of the best players I played with. Yeah. That's
beautiful. And the best player you played against? Like someone you remember playing and being like, wow, that guy is different. Like that guy's good.
I can say it's an Ivorian, it's Boni, Wilfred Boni.
Ooh,
okay, nice.
Nice one.
We went 50-50. My whole left side died. It died. The ball, I was so happy the ball went outside. After he asked me, are you okay? I said, no, I'm not okay. I'm not okay, man. I'm not okay. So I felt something, but you are strong too. I said, no, you are strong. But it was really good and strong. He's a very, very fit player. And it's difficult. It's difficult to chase too. He's a very big player to chase against. Yeah.
Yeah, I always remember him being physical in the Premier League. Like he was a physical striker.
Yeah. Physical, man.
Beautiful. And who was the best coach or the best manager that you played under?
I think it's I call him Lars. He's a Swedish coach. I played against his team in Sweden, and then he coached me for the national team. Mm-hmm. He's a positive guy and a very good coach. Inside, in the pitch and outside, he's a very good coach. Yeah. Hello, Lars is a Larsen.
Perfect. And the last question, I think this is the last one. The best atmosphere that you, or the best stadium that you played in?
The best stadium.
Then we'll let you go before your kid destroys the house.
I know, right? It's like, why? Come on, guys. My dad. Yeah, I think it's against Egypt. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like they have like 80,000 fans, more than 80,000 fans. Like the field is nice atmosphere. It's cool, nice. So it's really nice to play in there.
Perfect. Yeah. Thank you, Sheriff. We're gonna let you go.
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much, Tom. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you guys having me in your thing.
It's been truly a pleasure. And if you talk to Mohamed Kalon, tell him Forza Inter from me.
I will tell that. I'll do that. And I wouldn't know who I will talk to for Arsenal. I have my friend here is an Arsenal fan. I have to console him every time, man. It will come one day.
Eventually.
Yeah,
We have to be patient.
I know. All right, guys. Thank you very much for having me, man. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Suma.